Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back with a wild eye review of Cold Ground. I've been hearing a lot of great things about Cold Ground for a while now. Jason recently sent me this Wild Eye 4-pack, which includes the movie. There was a lot of anticipation surrounding it for me. A lot of hype. And guys, I am happy to say it more than lived up to it. It surpassed it. Cold Ground is a 2017 found footage horror film, written and directed by Fabian Delage. He also co-produced the film. And, as I already mentioned, the movie was distributed by Wild Eye Releasing. Cold Ground is set in 1976. Melissa and David are a young couple, and they're both journalists. They head out to the mountains of the French-Swiss border to investigate some strange cattle mutilations. Fellow researchers are unsure of the cause. There are allegedly no wolves in the area. It's hibernation season for bears, and bobcats would not be able to inflict the type of wounds found on the cattle. In fact, the cuts are so precise, it seems as if humans might be to blame. One theory is it could be a ritualistic cult of some sort. Others surmise it's due to some new bacterial disease. And nuclear radiation is another possibility. Whatever the cause, cattle and other animals are being found completely massacred. When Melissa and David arrive on scene, they hope to film their interviews with the scientific team. But the team has apparently gone missing. They never returned to the base of the mountains, and they haven't been heard from in days. So Melissa and David, escorted by a tour guide and first aid expert, along with a biologist and investigator, set out as a search team. The goal is to make it to the camp at the top of the mountain after a 3 to 4 day trek in the snowy wilderness. And Melissa and David plan to film the entire excursion, hence the found footage. What they find on their journey, though, is something they never would have imagined, and never could have feared. I think it's best to give as little detail as possible about Cold Ground. It's best to go into it cold. And that's exactly how the movie makes you feel while you're watching it. Cold. Freezing cold. It's actually quite impressive how cold it makes you feel. It's also pretty damn scary, and I say that as someone who is aware that we as horror fans are pretty much desensitized to everything. But objectively speaking, Cold Ground is a genuinely frightening film. And if you're someone who doesn't particularly enjoy found footage films, don't let that put you off to this. I have friends who are not fans of found footage films, but they like Cold Ground. A lot. I have to mention there is an especially disturbing scene toward the end of the film. I actually sort of cringed while watching it. I think it was just the realness of it all. If I had to compare it to something, I'd say, for me, Cold Ground is a mix of Wolf House, which is another Wild Eye found footage film featured on the set, and one of the first Wild Eye movies I ever reviewed, mixed with The Blair Witch Project and Adam Green's Frozen, with just a bit of The Descent. It's really, really well done. This is yet another Wild Eye release I love, and I want to give a huge shout out to Wild Eye for releasing it. Have you seen Cold Ground? If so, what do you think of it? Comment below and let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up and be kind. Subscribe.